It's Tuesday. It's 2 o'clock.
We are.
This is the best part of my week.
Well.
Like week, not weekend. Week.
Okay.
What do you mean, well? Like this isn't a highlight of your week every time?
I mean, it's a highlight.
It is the highlight. He has nothing else going on, guys. He may act like he's busy all the time. Let me tell you. All he does all day is sit in his office and think, you know what? This will be good for Tuesday at 2. That's what he does, I swear.
No, I drink coffee. I send a lot of emails.
Dang.
And I talk to people.
Also, I just want to say hello to the 17
Hello,
people
everyone.
watching. The fact that you have nothing better to do concerns me. But yet again, here we are. We have a lot of things going on today, Wybrew. It is the finale of Bible Trivia.
It is the finals of Bible Trivia. You are exactly right.
It's the final.
And so we're going to get to that in just 1 second because we want to start with that and get that done because we know people are busy, and when we have guests on, we want to make sure that they are able to continue on their schedule without us taking up too much of their time.
Absolutely.
So we're going to have a couple people on. If you remember correctly, we have our sisters made it to the finals.
Sister versus sister.
So Nick's sister, Kylie, and my sister Erin will be joining us momentarily for Bible Trivia.
And I want to just remind people of what's at stake here.
Yes, this is
the
important.
winner gets a Wesley Study Bible, okay? And whoever comes in second gets to change their sibling's background for an entire Tuesday at 2 next week. So whatever you want, it can be whatever embarrassing picture you can come up with. It's got to be the background the whole time.
Okay.
I hope my sister wins.
Well, she just readily keeps embarrassing pictures of you.
I'm sure there's a couple. Well, we're not gonna spend any more time here rambling. I think it's time for some Bible
let's
trivia.
Make this happen. Here we go, folks.
This is
Bible trivia. All right, what is up? We got to get Erin in here too.
Okay.
Hello.
We now have Nick in
Boom.
here.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, look at this. Here we are. Hello to you both. Welcome. As we begin this, here are the rules for the finals. We decided that the back and forth stealing and all that was just not fun enough. It was just not as exciting as what we liked. So today, you are literally going to yell out the answer, and whoever yells out the answer first wins the point. Sound good?
Sure, it works for me.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And so that also means, or wait, we are still going to three. The first one to three.
First one to three.
Correct answers wins. I have all of the questions in front of me ready to go.
All right.
Are you ready, ladies?
Let's go.
This is exciting. On my screen, is my screen the same as everyone's screen? So you put my sister below me and your sister below you? That's kind of fun.
Yep.
That's great. That's amazing. And we're both on the set of Hamilton.
We're chilling.
So we got that going.
The world is right.
I know. This is a good thing. Okay, question number 1. Are you ready? Here we go. Everyone. All right. Sorry, there's a lot of questions on these things. Here it is. Jesus said, "We could move mountains if our faith is as big as what?"
Mustard seed. A mustard seed.
Oh,
Kylie got
Kylie
that.
with
got
the
that.
first
Kylie got
point.
That's what I'm talking about.
So,
I think that my internet must be slower because I definitely said that so fast.
yeah, so did she. Let me also remind you that volume of answer doesn't matter. It's quickness of
Pure
answer.
speed.
I know, but I heard Aaron way before I heard the other.
Oh. Man, Mom is
Sharon's
going to
getting
bat. She's getting all sassy
Aaron's
in
getting
here.
sassy in the background.
Let me also remind you that it's what we can hear first.
That's fantastic.
Because definitely what you're going to hear, yeah. Anyhow, here we go. I mean, there may be some internet issues in here. Who knows? Okay.
I'm only teasing.
Here's the next one. I know, you're cracking me up.
Okay, Kylie's up 1. Here we go.
Kylie's got one. Okay. What king did God make the wisest man who ever lived before, ever since?
Solomon.
Oh, that was Aaron.
That was Aaron for sure.
Aaron wins the point on that one. That one was really close on our end.
Nice. That one was Aaron, though. It's tied 1-1.
I like that we paused about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
The same.
They're like, yep.
Put
and
your
then
ears to the test.
Nick and I looked at each other. It was like, yeah, I think that was. We heard the same thing.
Very good.
there.
Very good.
Hey, Mom, who said it first on that time?
Aaron, I didn't even hear the other person.
Oh. Well, again, Aaron's volume is definitely louder than Kylie's, but.
Nick, we need our mom on here.
This is a great. Yeah, we've been trying to make that happen. There's Mom in the background.
I can go in another room. It's not a problem.
No, you're
This is amazing. We've got the contestants and the advocates in the background. Okay, this is awesome. Here we go. What did Jesus often do when he went to the Garden of Gethsemane?
pray.
That was amazing.
So fast.
No, I knew it wasn't sleep, but
Kylie
That
says
was-
pray. That was fast.
Eat a bagel.
that was really fast. I knew
she
what
didn't
it
even
was, but
she didn't even hesitate.
That was impressive.
I answered before you stopped talking.
Yes,
on
you
my
did.
phone. So, okay.
Well, yeah, because it's like I hadn't even gotten the last word out, and you pray came right through.
That's how we do it in our household, man.
all right. I'm already plotting my next week's revenge. It's fine.
Oh.
There's no revenge.
Yeah, it is. It's your picture that she's changing.
Right?
Why
I
is-
kind of feel like
I don't
should
understand
slow down.
why did you use the word revenge? Like I've done something awful to you. By giving you the chance to win a brand new study Bible.
I know. I'm trying.
This is revenge. Okay, here we go. This one, I chose a couple hard ones
Okay.
because I think that we need to.
Yeah, it's a championship.
It's the ship, right? Okay, here we go. We went from Bible to Family Feud. Mike Flowers, that is awesome.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, that's great. Here we go. How many Philistines did Samson kill with the jawbone of a donkey?
52.
That is incorrect.
10,000.
Oh, so close. Not really. It was 1,000. 1,000 is the answer. There.
Are we giving it to whoever was closest without going over?
I don't think. I don't think so. Okay, next question. Who? This is a who. Hid a silver cup in Benjamin's sack of grain.
I don't even have a guess.
I know. No, wait.
You should totally
It's
know
not-
this. You should know this.
I know. Joseph.
That is correct.
It is tied 2-2, and I just want everybody to know Jesse just got a root canal.
Jesse root canal, and he's here. He's here. He's like, can we hurry this root canal up? I got to be at
Tuesday
Tuesday at 2.
Okay, it's tied 2-2. This next question
2-2. This is it.
This is it.
This is it. Whoever answers the next question correctly before the other person wins. This is amazing. Okay. I got to find a good one here. He put the dramatic music on. This is great. Oh my gosh. How much fun is this? Okay. Bear with me. I got to find which number we're on so I ask the correct question.
Building the suspense up. Here we go. No pressure.
How many? Can you all hear me over the music?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. How many of each of the clean beasts did God tell Noah to take into the ark?
2.
Why are we paused?
Do you have an answer?
Do you have an answer?
Oh, 40.
Those are both incorrect.
Next question.
The answer was 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, that was exciting.
Here we go.
Okay. I was kind of hoping we'd have a winner by now. I'm pulling out new questions.
In the meantime, Kylie and Nick really look alike.
Here we go. All right.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is another hard one. I'm sorry. It just fell in line. You've got this. This is Bible trivia. You got to know some stuff. How many years? This is an Old Testament question. How many years in total did Jacob work for Laban before he returned home?
100.
12.
Oh, good guesses. The answer is 20.
Those were good guesses. Good guesses.
We're going to need a lower level, please.
Yeah.
I need to back it down a step. Is that what you're
A
saying?
little bit.
Okay. I will back it down a step. How? You ready? Here we go. How did Jesus miraculously save the lives of his disciples?
He calmed the winds and the waves.
That is correct.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Ellis.
Yay!
Now we can start the party music. You did it, Aaron.
She came back with
Thank you.
2 in a row, came back to win it.
Well,
Jesus
there were a
calmed
couple
the
in there that I
storm.
didn't. Let's be honest.
So here's the thing, Aaron. We have your address, so we don't need that. However, I would like to say congratulations, even though you beat my sister. It is what it is, and now I have to get my background changed for next week. So Kylie, here's what I need from you. Before next Tuesday, you have to send me the picture that you want me to use.
Kylie, I think that you should send me the picture so that he doesn't say, yeah, this is the one she sent me.
I wouldn't
Deal.
do that, but that's fair. That is fair. All right, party people.
This
thank
is
you.
amazing. Thank you all
So good.
Thank you.
for being
Bye,
a part
everybody.
of
Bye,
this.
Kylie.
We'll see you later. Good to see you
Aaron.
both.
All right, we'll see you. All right.
Okay. That
like-
was amazing. We want to say thank you to everyone who participated in Bible Trivia from the beginning of December
was so good.
on. Yeah, it was good. We'll have to do this again down the road.
Is it going to be the annual
And have
Tuesday at 2 Bible Trivia?
Annual Tuesday at 2. I don't know. Maybe
Very
it will
good.
be. But that was great. That was great. I'm glad that we had them on?
We did. In the meantime, we had a question, which is our next segment. Ben Knotts, how is the Mountain Dew going? So for those of you who have been kind of tuning in, or maybe you've talked to me since last time, I gave up pop. And I'm here to tell you, I'm doing okay now. I'm doing okay.
He's doing great.
We're chilling. It's not as bad as I thought it would be at this point. Do I want a soda?
Totally.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah. 100%. Do I... Oh, Ben wants in on Bible trivia. Ben, oh, you got to be on the next one, man. That would have been a good one. Ben knows a lot. That would have been very good. But yeah, so I gave up pop, and it's been one heck of a journey. But what are we, 20 days now?
If it's January 20,
I don't
January
know.
19th.
What's today's date? I really don't know.
Yeah, it's the 19th. So we're 19 days.
Oh, Ben, that is so mean. Oh, gosh.
I had one last night and it was good.
That's rough. Yes, I agree. I think you guys should come and host a Tuesday at 2. Just them. Like, we're not even on it.
Well, somebody's got to do all the technical stuff.
Well, I can be here, but they can be on Tuesday at 2.
Oh, that'd be great.
That's such a good idea. So, yes, it's Ben's birthday today. Ben, happy birthday. I know I told you happy
Nice.
birthday last night, but happy birthday again to Ben Knotts.
Happy birthday. We love birthdays.
It's 19 days, Kara said.
19 days. That's pretty good.
Aaron is in for some
Hosting.
for
with
some
Kylie?
hosting, hostess with the mostess. Kara seems like that sounds like what I'm hearing is an overwhelming affirmation that they are tired of hearing of us.
People do not want us anymore.
They're like, who are those two people you had on? They could just do the rest of it, right? Very cool. How's fried food going, man? You gave up fried food, fast food. How's that going?
Yeah, it's fine.
You haven't even looked back, have you?
No,
Yeah.
it's great. Doing good.
We're doing good, guys. I bet you are thinking to yourselves, there's no way that they would have done it. But look at us, 20 days in. At this point, I feel like I need to give up all other drinks except water.
Now, I mean, don't pace yourself a little here. You're doing great on the Mountain Dew.
All soda.
You don't want to fall hard off the wagon.
It's all pop. I haven't had any pop.
That's true. You haven't had any pop, not just Mountain Dew. It's not when I went off of drinking all pop, it is not that far to get from no pop to water and coffee. It's really not.
Jesse, go ahead. Shoot us the serious subject. Look, we hit on serious stuff and funny stuff and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I feel like I just need to do the water because I feel like I'm either one extreme or the other, right? Like that's just who I am. Mm-hmm. Like I'm 100% or no percent. Okay. Jesse said, my stepchild is scared to die and he's only 8. How do I explain that? Wybrew, how would you explain that from a pastor's perspective? The standpoint of what's next or anything of that matter. How would you explain that? These are hard questions.
Well, yeah, it's a hard question, and unfortunately, there's really
no just cut and dry answer.
There's not, because clearly we're all individuals, and clearly this is a child first, and an individual that has either heard or experienced something that has given. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, so if I say his or hers, I apologize if I'm wrong. But this is something that this child somehow they're thinking about. So they've either seen, heard someone talk about, seen something on television or on the computer that has given this sense of dying, or maybe had a family member who has very aware 8-year-old.
He also wants me to explain where God came from.
Yeah, good luck on that one.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so really, Jesse, I think asking good questions to your 8-year-old to understand where things are coming from is the best way to help explain.
Yeah, so why is he afraid of dying? Is that the question? Try to figure out where that came from.
Yeah, I would try to find out where the thoughts are coming from. Is it something, when you weren't with him, did somebody say something to him? Has he heard his parents talking about a family member who has died or someone else who has died? Has he overheard someone on the television, on a show or on the news say something? I would first try to understand where the question is coming from or why, and then you can go from there. I know that we have some folks who jump on Tuesday at 2 who work with children, as far as like some mental health things, who may have some comments that they want to put up. So if you have any kind of help for that, number one, when you're handling that, if you have a child like that, Jesse, let me to your newest comment there. To your newest comment there, it's funny because we have an 8-year-old in our house who has also brought up these similar questions, or soon to be 8-year-old, I guess, and talking about missing parents and missing that has come up in our house as well, and so how we approach it is just definitely being honest that we were created not to live forever, but we are. So everyone is going to die, but the way that works is that most people, live a really long time, and we will miss each other, but we will also be able to be with God. And I think that you can't separate out a faith aspect of talking about
absolutely
death and being scared and what is to come.
So. My wife, who spends a lot of time talking to kids, with kids, about kids, she said from a mental health perspective, it's also helpful to let them know that it's okay to feel worried and allow them to express those emotions even when they are hard emotions. Jesse, I would just say don't be sorry. Sorry, just figured I'd ask y'all's thoughts. It's not something I was ready to parent. No, and that's I get you there, man. Yeah. I would say for me, it's always just reassure, like what Nathan said. He's got a long time before he's got to worry about that, right? And maybe if he knows it's not as imminent, maybe it's maybe that'll.
Yeah, there's nothing in our. I mean, you could just tell kids there is nothing in our current situation that would make us think that this is going to be happening soon. That we're gonna have time together,
and he could just be a curious kid too, man.
Mm-hmm. Some kids are really sensitive to. I mean, it's just true. Some kids are very sensitive to the idea of death and dying and afterlife, and some people are just more sensitive and in tune with that. We have several of our family members in our extended family who some of the kids that are that way, and I don't mean that way, that sounded bad, but who are sensitive to
correct. I knew what you meant,
the idea of death. So just being open and allow them to have a conversation.
Aaron said, my son is tender and extremely sensitive about death. So Jesse, it sounds like this is a very common thing. Is what I'm
really
hearing.
Is. Just being open and
just reassuring and
having a conversation. And here's the other thing: if from what he says, you'll know how much of a conversation you can actually have with him. And if he's bringing up things that are obviously important to him, you have to. I think the number one thing is to let him express it. and not say, yeah, we're just not going to talk about it. That's, and I didn't mean to. I kind of made myself look like I was patronizing, but I wasn't. I think that's important if they are asking questions or want to talk about it, to let them talk about it.
Aaron said have the conversation even if you don't know the answers. That's great.
It is perfectly fine as a parent, because I do this almost every day, to say, you know what, I don't really know the best answer to that.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to give you what I do know, and we can continue to learn together in that way, and to feel together in that way.
I think this pandemic hasn't helped. It's been rough on everyone. Yeah, I think that's probably a lot to do with it, because I would say now more than ever, kids are hearing publicly about deaths and dying.
No, they are.
Yeah.
No, that's absolutely true. To the point where, our he'll be 5 in a couple of weeks, but our 5-year-old, we were going somewhere the other day in the car, and he told me before we left that he had 3 of his stuffed animals that had COVID.
I remember that.
But one of them could still go with us because he had a mask, and he had his little stuffed animal, and he had his mask, one of his masks that he wears, he had put on his stuffed animal, and
which was one of the craziest moments when he brought those stuffed animals out. That was the crazy, because that's when it clicked for me. Like,
it was like,
this is way more traumatizing for that generation than I.
And not that he's traumatized by it, but it's clearly he's 4, and he has picked up on what this means. That if you have this COVID, here's what it means for you. And we see people now with masks on when they're out, and he knew that if he wanted to bring his bear, but to say, these 3 bears had COVID, so the other 2 have to stay home because we don't have masks for them.
Yeah. That's just a crazy moment. Man, she said kids. My wife, I said she because I am looking at her name, but she said kids are sponges. Yeah, that's good. And Jesse, I don't know, are you guys down there, or if you guys are in a church or what you're doing, because you said your kid has a lot of questions about God. If you aren't connected to a church down there and you're looking for something that's super simple to do, hit me up and we can send you a Zoom link, because our children's minister here at the church Zooms with the kids on Sunday mornings. Is that correct, Nathan?
Yeah.
Yeah, hit us up. So
I think it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 a.m. our time. Eastern time.
I think he's still Eastern time there.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's been a minute. But Nathan's kids go and they're involved in that. So just hit us up. I can get you that link and information and stuff. I think that would be good. And yeah, I saw Kylie that said feel free to reach out to us too. We are finding similar things with our kiddos. Yeah, sweet. Oh yeah, I can also do that. So it looks like we have some interest from some people there. That goes for anybody. It not just if you have a kid that you want on Sunday morning to learn
it's
a little bit.
The equivalent of a little Sunday school lesson.
Yeah, it's really good. It's good.
They're mostly a little bit younger, younger elementary.
Yeah,
so
not like young. Yeah, like
it's not geared as a discussion. It's more of a
learn
like a little story
teaching.
and that.
Very cool.
And it doesn't last long because their attention spans, especially on the computer, are
not great, but it's good. It's been good since it's been running. So we can definitely do that. Great question, Jesse. This was a good conversation.
Yeah, and if you have other follow-ups or just let us know how that's going, Jesse, and we can follow up. It's hard to when we've given ourselves just a few minutes on Tuesday, it's hard to go really deep into important issues like this.
Yeah.
But it's definitely important, and we're that same demographic as you with young kids, and so several people on here are, and it looks like almost everyone is kind of dealing with that same, especially in this last year.
Yeah.
Especially if you have any news on it all in front of your kids, they will pick it up and they will hear it and they will say, "Oh, I wonder what that means."
Yeah.
And then they're scared about things that they don't understand, just like adults are scared about things they don't understand. And that's where we get into fear. Adults, though, I think in a lot of cases, don't take the time to. We have the resources to gain understanding on things that we're fearful of.
Yeah, 100%.
And yet we don't, and then we just let it kind of still run our lives in fear and being scared without taking the opportunity to understand something better and say, oh, well, maybe I didn't need to be quite as nervous.
I think I've, just me personally, this may not be everyone. I feel as if I am pretty numb to a lot of tragedy at this point. Like, I feel, does that make sense? Like, I don't know. Like, the pandemic, like, I know that it's bad and, like, I understand that it's bad, but, like, I'm numb to that. Like, the hundreds of thousands of people that have died. Does that make sense? Like, it's not fully registered with me.
Yeah. I think it registers more when people that you actually know have died and people close to you have died. Because I'm sure there's families of thousands of people who would say the same thing until all of a sudden it was their loved one and then it hit them.
Yeah, I mean, I've just seen a lot in my 25 years. Like, I'm talking, like, I've been around since 1995, so, like, I remember 9/11. I remember all the different tragedies in schools. I remember natural disaster tragedies, and now it's like this, and it's like I don't know. That's just where I'm at, and that may not be like the greatest thing in the world, but here we are. Yeah. So this was good. This was a good faith point.
We don't have to do anything else.
That's the faith. This is the faith point.
We did it.
Thank
you all for being a part.
Yeah, that was a good conversation, guys. If you have any questions, keep flying them in. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna lighten this up a little bit. You know what we're gonna do, right?
I'm assuming
it is
time for
David the Shark.
Let's do it.
David the Shark.
All right, here we go. We have David. We have not a lot, I will say.
Yeah, it's not a huge update today on David, but that's okay.
So, as you can see, here. Oh, look, I can almost. This is the hardest part of my job. I'm touching this pin right here. That was David's last ping, and he's just chilling. It's the same update from last week. We don't really know what's going on, but again, he could be in the same spot that he was in. When he dove down for 17 days, he may be doing the same kind of thing. He got what he needed, and he might be going back down.
True.
That's what I know. You got any thoughts on David?
Yeah, I don't. Last week, if I remember right, we had someone that was fairly close to David who was pinging.
No longer
I don't see that shark on the screen.
It's down here.
Well, but that's a different.
Oh no, that's Miyamidi.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but I don't know. I don't know. We will continue to monitor. I know that much.
Yeah, absolutely. Any updates that happen, we're gonna just keep vibing, rocking, and rolling. That's kind of what we do. So that's David the Shark. Not much today. Sometimes it's a little boring, guys. I get it.
It's okay. Sometimes sharks don't do a whole lot.
And here's the thing. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, yes, it could be back in the trench.
Back in the trench.
It could be with Fletch.
I don't know. Fletch is way
was
down there.
Norfolk
Island. So he'd have to go quite a ways to get to Fletch.
Yeah, which is good. That's all good stuff. You know what? But here's what I want to tell you. At least we're honest with you. Now we're not making it up. We're not making exciting news up. So when something happens and we get excited about it, now this is real emotion.
It's real excitement.
This is the real deal.
Absolutely.
Oh, very cool. Well, I think that takes us over. I don't know where that takes us. I think that takes us here. My background changed, and so did your background. Actually, I want to get rid of the wheel just briefly
We're getting rid of the wheel.
for a second.
No wheel.
Here's what we did, guys.
Nick, I like your room. That's
Thank
a nice
you.
room.
Looks
you're
good,
in.
doesn't it? Yeah. The peach matches my skin tone very well.
Oh, yeah.
Compliments me. I look very, very flush. No, wait,
Yeah.
flush is the bad one. I look very plush.
Plush?
I don't know.
What does plush mean?
I don't know.
It's like fluffy?
It could be fluffy. Here's what I want to tell you. We started a YouTube channel.
You look very fluffy.
I could have. We started a YouTube channel, and we got our first hater.
Hater.
Can you believe that? So this is the first time we've posted something outside of Facebook, outside of our like little thing. And I told Nathan, I said, we make this content every Tuesday. Why not post it on YouTube and see what happens with it? And whatever happens, happens. And so we posted it on YouTube, and it got some views, and we're chilling. And all of a sudden, a guy named Daddy Chris, Daddy Chris, if you're watching, we saw that comment, bud. Daddy Chris commented on it at 2 in the morning.
Oh.
2 a.m. Guess what Daddy Chris said?
What did he say?
Called us bums.
Bum. Okay.
Daddy Chris, if
Well,
you're
that's
watching.
just like your opinion, man.
Yeah, Daddy Chris, we're not bums. Who are you thinking that two pastors sitting talking about nothing on a Tuesday afternoon means we're bums? Daddy Chris, come on. So I want to make that known.
man.
We also started a TikTok. And by we, I mean me. And by TikTok, I mean I'm posting clips of this on TikTok. And they're actually doing pretty well. I don't want
I
to
don't
like
even know what that means. They're doing pretty well. What is... Help me, because you know me. You know my relationship with TikTok
views
is not great.
Views, yeah.
So the amount of views.
The amount of views.
So we're doing pretty well, meaning there are people looking at them.
Correct. We've got 1,000.
And that's a good thing.
We've got 1,000 views on one of our clips.
1,000.
We got 1,000 views, which is more than we get on any Tuesday at 2, ever. So we're doing pretty good on that.
Well, how many of those were you? You watched like 800 times?
No, because I edited it. So I did it in real life, and then I edited the video, which takes another. And by the time I post a video,
Yeah.
I hate it. I don't even want to look at it. Seriously, that's my life. I
see.
I create content, I edit content, and then I post content. And by the time I post it, I will have watched it so many times it means nothing to me.
You mean nothing to me.
Yeah. So yeah, keep in
TikTok,
touch.
I guess. TikTok.
Keep in touch with our. You know what? Hang on. I'm gonna while we're doing this right now.
What are you gonna do?
If you miss Tuesday at 2 and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to dig through Facebook to find Tuesday at 2 because sometimes it's not great for it. I'm gonna go ahead and post our channel link in these comments.
Post it. Channel link.
Share. Copy link. Okay. Here we go.
Hey, while he's doing that, let me just say a
Go
quick
ahead and
note.
subscribe to that.
This is Tuesday at 2, and it's a fun time on Tuesdays. But we are still connected through here. I mean, obviously, you've gone to our church Facebook page. So this is we are still Wabash First United Methodist Church, and do like to continue to connect. We don't need no stinking badges through this way. And so if you haven't joined us on a Sunday in a while, this Sunday would be a great time to join us as we continue a sermon series. We started a sermon series on Sunday called Life Lessons.
It's true.
We're going through the book of James, one chapter a week. We talked about James 1 and about wisdom. And then Nick is actually preaching this Sunday that service, which is at 11 o'clock
so
online,
good.
right
I'm
here
so
on
excited.
the Wabash First Facebook page.
Yeah.
And so if you would like to follow along and listen to those sermons, you can do that as well, and be here on Saturday or on Sunday to connect in with the community. And we're really excited about what we've been able to be part of.
Oh yeah.
And do on Sundays. So just a quick throw out there, 11 o'clock on Sundays. Definitely, we have a lot still happening.
Oh, yeah.
And
So,
excited.
so with that being said, guys, it is time for exactly everybody's favorite time of the day, the weekly ramble, which we have now called the weekly wheel. And we have some comments that were here last week. Because as always, you get to pick what's on the wheel. And by you, I mean you, the viewer, the chatter, whoever's watching who's not me and Nathan. You guys get to pick what's on the wheel. So this week for the wheel, we have Is Water Wet? We have Ice Cream. We have the Pandemic. And so those were submitted by Jim Burton and Logan Kraft last week. So if you have something that you want us to talk about next week, put it right now in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
Let us know.
And don't make it Is Water Wet? Because if it lands on that, it's going to be really short.
No, it's not. Because I know we don't agree on it.
I have no opinion.
How do you not have an opinion?
I could care less. Water is like the greatest thing.
Okay, we're going to spin the wheel, and I hope it lands on that.
Or can we just show a clip from the Water Boy?
No.
H2O. That's the longest wheel spin ever.
Why is it still going?
It's still going. What is happening right now? The sound ended like an hour ago.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. It got a little loosey-goosey there for a second, bud. Okay, ice cream. You like ice cream?
You know, I really do like ice cream.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Are you like 80 and you like butter pecan or something like that?
I do like butter pecan.
Yeah.
Sarah and I scooped ice cream in high school.
You told me about this. You told me about that.
So I like a lot of, you know me, it takes a lot for me not to like flavors and things. I like almost all foods.
That's 100% true.
So I like almost all flavors of ice cream as well.
Yep.
And so I think really I like chocolate ice cream.
Just regular chocolate?
Yeah, I just really do.
Okay.
However, here's something you may not know. I am not a cone guy. Maybe you would know that. I don't know. I'm like in a cup. Just give me a cup of ice cream and a spoon kind of guy.
A cup of chocolate ice cream?
Yeah.
That's it?
Or I'll get, like, if we're at a place that has some like I like Rocky Road. I'll get Rocky Road every once in a while.
Wow. Okay.
You know?
I'm learning a lot today.
Butter pecan I like.
Oh,
I like
Kara, let me know.
I'm not a big fan of the cookie dough.
Oh, my wife knows a lot about ice cream. Let me tell you. And chocolate chip cookie dough all the way. I also really won't turn down any flavors.
I mostly like, yes, cup oat chocolate is also my fave. See?
Yeah, I'm learning a lot about you today.
Like
your method is through and through, bud.
Don't eat a lot of ice cream anymore.
No, I've seen you eat ice cream maybe 4 or 5 times since I've known you.
Not a lot.
Once a year, really. Chocolate vanilla strawberry with chocolate syrup. Strawberry with chocolate syrup. That sounds better.
Vanilla and strawberry.
That definitely sounds better. So here's my opinion on ice cream.
I do like a sundae every once in a while.
Like a
turtle
bananas?
sundae.
Oh. With turtles.
Like caramel and chocolate and pecans.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Ice cream is elevated in a waffle cone.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the cones.
My mom just eats the cones.
She just wants the cones.
She'll buy sugar cones. You know what those are? Like the small ice cream cones you can get from the store that are made of like sugar wafers.
That's like a regular cone, yeah.
No, not a waffle cone.
Yeah, it's like a cake cone.
It's a sugar cone.
Yes.
It's called a sugar cone.
Okay, sugar cone has the point.
No, that's a waffle cone.
I dipped ice cream for years.
I'm telling you right now.
Waffle cone's the big one, Nick.
That's a bowl. Waffle bowl.
No, that's a waffle cone. It's a big one that's in the shape of a cone. And then there's a sugar cone, which is the smaller, kind of still looks like a...
I'm being told it's a cake cone.
A cake cone has the flat bottom.
Yeah.
It's a regular ice cream cone is a cake cone.
I'm being told it's a cake cone by my sister. Sugar cones have points. You guys know way too much about this. This is true. Sugar cones. See, she eats them. The sugar, and that's the one. She's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, she eats the sugar cone with the point.
No, it's not pointy,
So it's a cake cone.
bro. Nope. My mom just said nope. It's a sugar cone.
Okay, it's a cake cone then. You're eating a cake cone.
Mom, you're
It's
eating.
okay.
A sugar
I
cone.
mean, it's fine. I'm just telling you what you're actually eating. If you're
No, I'm pretty sure it's a sugar cone. I'll die on this.
with a
hill.
point. Sugar cones all the way with a point.
Now I'm confused. Now I have no teammate.
Flat bottom is a cake cone.
I lost
It's
this.
definitely a cake cone. These are my favorite moments on Tuesday at 2. We had a good moment similar to this yesterday.
Oh, you'll hear about it. You'll hear about it.
I'm sure at some point in the next 20 minutes it is going to come up.
Oh, it will. Jeez, I was not right on this one. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
No.
This is a bad look for me.
You better be glad Sarah's in her car driving and not on here because she scooped ice cream for 7 years.
Gosh. Yeah, me too, Nick. I don't think she knows what she eats. I'm telling you. I didn't make this up. She eats, they're like this big and they're flat, and that's it.
It's a cake cone.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Your wife is just smashing the like button. But here's my take on ice cream. I don't like it. I don't like. Oh, my mom's first job was at an ice cream shop. I don't like ice cream mainly because it's like weird to me. That's what she eats.
Oh, you can't see the words.
No, but that's what it is.
I want you to
though.
be able to read the words that say.
You got to turn your brightness down.
Number 10, cake ice cream cone.
Oh, Jesse, I'm just trying to get some hot dog salsa. Hey, Nathan just had hot dog salsa for the first go around here. He ate the whole jar, man. We have some over here. When this whole thing slows down, man, we gotta get together and maybe exchange some salsa. Yeah, my mom said I eat those too. I don't know. I feel like we just got. Kylie said, "Aren't we all?" to the hot dog salsa. People are hearing hot dog salsa and they're probably like, "What is
Sugar.
that?"
This one is labeled sugar ice cream cone.
Nope, I've never seen my mom eat that.
So she's eating a cake cone.
She eats a drumstick.
Now, I will say that drumsticks are on sugar cones. Now, I will say this. Let me say this. There are versions of a cake cone that you can get that they make them into a point. That does
doesn't
happen.
eat the pointy ones.
However, what I'm saying is most cake, if you go to most ice cream places, the cake cones are the flat bottom. And she says she eats both.
And she's lying.
So now
and look at that.
Now she's on board.
No, I'm telling you, her kids are telling her that she doesn't eat it. I've never seen my mom eat a pointy cone in my entire life. She eats just the sugar cones, the pointy, or not, whatever they are, the flat cones. She eats the flat cones out of the box. I didn't know ice cream went so deep.
Love it, Kellen. Anyhow, back to I know that you don't eat a lot of ice cream.
Ice cream sucks, man. I'm just gonna tell it how it is.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot.
It's frozen milk.
I mean, yeah,
I don't want that.
with like cream and sugar and stuff in it.
Okay, so it's frozen coffee.
No. There is some good mocha coffee flavored ice cream, though. I do know that.
That may be true. Yeah, I'm done with ice cream. We're breaking the wheel back out.
Break it out.
Here we go. Let's
Is
see
it going to go for a half hour again?
I hope so.
Holy cow, that was the longest spin ever.
It's still going.
Wow, it's like picked up speed again. What in the
I've got to
world?
recalibrate the wheel. Oh, you were so close to Is Water Wet. Oh, man.
I'm sorry we missed that one.
Water's not wet, to sum up that conversation. Water makes things wet. Current events. What can be more current than what's going on tomorrow?
Well, it's another Wednesday.
And
What are you talking about?
What happens tomorrow?
You talking about the inauguration?
The inauguration
That
happens
is tomorrow. It's happening tomorrow. There is inauguration happening.
That's big news.
It's news.
It's big.
It is big news. It is big news. Anytime the leadership of the country changes, that's big news.
Yeah.
And so
This is the first inauguration. Is it? No. Probably the answer is no. You can't. Nobody can just go attend that. Correct.
this year or any year?
Any year.
I think. I think you can.
Okay.
I think you have to be allowed into the perimeter, and so
Jesse, man.
I agree, Jesse. I think it will be peaceful.
I hope so.
With all the keeping the peace things that they've done, with barbed wire fence and 25,000 troops and
that's a thing.
And whatnot.
Kylie said anyone can go, and she was a poli-sci major, so
yeah, I believe anyone can go.
yeah.
I think that yes.
There we go. Sandra gets her COVID shot tomorrow. That's big news.
Okay. I've heard of several of our church folks who are signed up for
Correct.
a COVID
I've heard the
vaccine, and so that's good. That's good.
Kylie said, usually you get a ticket for the inauguration through your congressional office.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. By some way.
And Jim said Trump will not be there, which I also heard.
He announced that he was not going to attend.
I heard that, which makes him the second president ever to do that, correct? Minus the ones that, got. But.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No, you're probably right.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. I think it was Andrew Jackson.
Was he the other one?
Yeah, that didn't. Something like that.
Can we just segue all of this? Mm-hmm. It's still current events. Mm-hmm. There was news. Did you all hear the news yesterday? The executive order. Trump signed the
statue garden.
Yes. Yep. An executive order that there be established a statue garden of American heroes.
Yep.
And they put out a list of people that were in this list for who should have a statue when it starts.
Yes.
And so we were kind of going through the list yesterday.
I know exactly where this is going.
Of the names of people that are on there. And it's people from it's not just politicians. It's not just service veterans. It's
the Wright brothers.
It's like actors, writers,
comedians, Whitney Houston.
Just all the above. People that are on this list. And so I'm reading names off to Nick, and I read this name, Johnny Appleseed Chapman. I said, yeah, Johnny Appleseed's going to have a statue. And Nick's response was this. Johnny Appleseed doesn't exist. It's not a real person. I said, yes, it is. Yes, he is. He's a real person. And he's like, no, he's not. It's a completely made-up person. Like when we're kids, they tell us about Johnny and tell the stories of Johnny Appleseed. It's like a fictional character. And I was like, no, it's not. It was a real guy.
Okay.
So we had this big conversation. Well, in the meantime, I'll give Nick a chance to talk. But in the meantime, our preschool teacher, whose office is right next to mine, heard us talking about this and heard Nick say it wasn't a real person. And she walks in with like 6 Johnny Appleseed books off of her preschool shelf and hands them to Nick and says, here, read about John Chapman.
Okay.
It was a great day.
Let me defend myself here. I had Johnny Appleseed. The name is Johnny freaking Appleseed. I had Johnny Appleseed. Here's the tier list for me, okay? Santa. Wait. I don't know if I can say what I'm about to say.
Go with the next guy.
I don't think I need to go with the next guy. I don't think.
You just did it.
So if you're below the age of 12, I don't.
Just go on.
I can't. I just ruined it. I just ruined so many things. Yeah.
Let's just say he didn't think Johnny Appleseed. It was on the list of non-existers.
I just couldn't. Man. I can't believe that I just did that either. What I just did. I could have swore it's a homie that wears a pan on his head. Okay, goes around planting apples. Like, come on. He's friends with raccoons and bears. Like, you're acting like this sounds real. Okay, let's take his name out of it. Okay, let me tell you. Dang it, Jesse. Let me retell the story of Johnny Appleseed and leave his name out of it. And you tell me if it sounds like a real story. So there was once a dude that walked on foot from one side of the country to the other, and everywhere he went, he would hang out with the animals of the forest planting fruit.
See, the reason I believe that, besides the fact that it's true, is
Can't be true.
we're not talking like last year.
Yeah, which makes
We're
it
talking
worse.
when they were settling the country, when people were beginning to migrate west off of the East Coast. He was one of the first who helped that process, and as he went, he planted trees to help people have fruit and be able to. It was like a sustainability issue for him to help the pioneers who were moving west. That is what he did.
I think you missed the lesson for the older grades. We never talked about him after like second grade because he wasn't real in my mind. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. He's real. Daniel Boone is real.
Daniel Boone is also getting a statue.
Figured that out yesterday. Daniel Boone's also real.
Yeah.
Who else is real? Who was that guy that I was talking about with the axe? John Henry? Is John Henry real?
John Henry was the railroad.
Yeah. And he built every railroad, right?
Not every. Who said John Henry built every?
Well, Johnny, do you know
Paul
what?
Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan? Oh, yeah. Paul Bunyan's a real dude, right? Johnny Appleseed and Paul Bunyan hung out. Guaranteed. Okay. So you guys are all about to learn something today. I'll tell you the real story of Johnny Appleseed. Yeah, Aaron knew it was Paul Bunyan. I'm about to tell you the real story of Johnny Appleseed. Johnny Appleseed was named John Chapman. John Chapman, he was just wandering around doing his own thing. And guess what? He stumbled upon a town. And when he got to that town, he said, "Hey guys, you see all those apple trees? I planted those, even though he didn't plant a single one of them." Johnny Appleseed, I think, took credit for trees he did not plant. Therefore, Johnny, you are a fraud.
So, we have a field trip planned in which I will be taking Nick to Fort Wayne, Indiana. If you don't know the story of Fort Wayne and Johnny Appleseed was well known in this area, and in fact,
Of course he is.
was buried in around Fort Wayne. And they have a place where they thought the original grave of Johnny Appleseed was. It may or may not be there currently.
Nobody knows where his body is.
But, I mean, I could take you to the spot where it's like memorialized. In fact, in Fort Wayne, there is a Johnny Appleseed festival every fall. It's a huge festival. It's great.
That doesn't
One
mean,
of the best festivals.
That doesn't mean that he existed.
Also, did you know that the minor league baseball team in Fort Wayne,
Nope. The Bats?
the Tin Caps,
Oh yeah, tin cap, Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah. And the mascot's name is,
Tinny.
you guessed it, Johnny. So,
That's insane to me.
and he wears it. Yeah, I mean, it's the whole thing. It's the whole thing, man.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
That's insane for a lot of reasons. Nobody stopped this guy. Just going around planting trees everywhere.
Who was going to stop him?
Disease.
Again, who?
Native Americans.
No, he like befriended the Native
Of course he
Americans.
did, because it's the perfect story.
Oh my gosh.
Of course he did.
This guy.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Sorry, Mr. Bear. I've got to go to dinner tonight with the Native Americans.
I love how you take everything that happened hundreds of years ago and put it in the context of today and expect that it just couldn't have happened because we're just talking about going to dinner with somebody. Like back then they talked about going to dinner with somebody.
I'm Mr. O'Hare from the Lorax. I don't know what that means. I've never seen the Lorax.
I haven't either.
Ooh, reference that no one gets. I don't know. I don't know. All I'm saying is there's a lot of things that have to go right for Johnny Appleseed to
Yeah,
plant all
Sandra
those.
says you're thinking of the Walt Disney version. I don't know what that means.
There's a video that we watched of Walt Disney hanging out with Johnny Appleseed hanging around with a raccoon.
Well, here's a question for you then. Did Walt Disney really exist?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he did. There are pictures.
I'm sure there are.
Show me a picture of Mr.
I know,
Appleseed.
I'm just kidding. Oh, I bet there are some.
Jim asked if I was related to AOC. No. Oh, he's anti-trees. I'm not anti-trees. I am the opposite of anti-trees. I love trees. It's the fact that there's no way Mr. Appleseed planted all of the trees. Now, did Johnny plant a couple trees? I think so. How about Babe the Blue Ox? Is that another one? Is that the guy that Johnny Appleseed hung out with?
That's Paul Bunyan, right?
Paul Bunyan. That's probably true. Who's that?
It's Johnny Appleseed.
No, it's not.
It's John Chapman.
Okay, so
It's an older picture of John Chapman.
please hold. Please hold.
It's a portrait. That's what they think he looks like.
Okay, please hold. That's what they think he looked like.
Well, that's what whoever drew the picture of him did.
So this guy was around when we were settling, and were portraits.
I didn't say. Okay. I'm sure somebody could draw then.
That well. Let's be real.
No, it's probably been updated.
It's got to be, right? That was
Yeah.
a fantastic rendering.
That was a good one. There's others less fantastic that they probably took that one from.
Jesse asked a bigger question, is the earth flat? And to that I say no.
Not a chance.
Yeah, I just think it's too spherical to be flat.
It's too, Jesse, it's too round to be flat.
Well, it kind of is.
I agree. Okay, that's been fun.
That's
been fun.
that's Johnny Appleseed. Now you
That's
know
been
my
good.
opinion on the Apple Master.
Good stuff. We're all learning. We're still learning.
Nick, I think you need an American history course. Yeah, I think I do, apparently. Shout out to Frankton for not knowing Johnny Appleseed was a real guy.
What's funny is there's at least 3 other people who've been on here today from Frankton.
We were in totally different classes, though.
It doesn't matter. Who totally knew that Johnny Appleseed was a real person.
Yeah, Kylie was a history major. Of course she knew Johnny Appleseed was a person. I bet if you ask a random survey of people on the street, was Johnny Appleseed real? I bet you'd be shocked to know the amount of people that say no. It sounds fake. It just doesn't sound real. It sounds like a story that they tell you when you're little about how trees were planted before you can learn science and know that birds dropped seeds and things.
I feel like it sounds like a story of the early settlers and pioneers when they were traveling west. who were trying to sustain themselves as they traveled.
Yeah, but like an apple tree's not going to grow overnight.
Right, but
where did he get all the seeds?
From other apple trees.
Whoa.
He didn't create apple trees.
Yeah. There's too many holes in this plot. Who watered them?
Probably the rain.
Yeah, so you're telling me that all these trees popped up by chance? Because do you know how many things have to go right for that to happen? You can't just throw seeds in the ground and hope it rains.
Have you met a farmer?
Yeah, but they like take care of their crops and stuff. Like that's what I don't understand.
What do you mean they take care of their
They like
crops?
spray them?
They don't spray them with water.
What do they spray them with?
Some of them spray them with water on specific plots of land for specific reasons.
Okay.
But there's a reason that when there's a drought in the summer, their yields are lower. Because it's contingent upon rain and sun.
I want to argue this point Kylie just said. Kylie said, oh my goodness, Nick, they brought seeds from Europe.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. Okay. Let's think about how many seeds you'd have to bring to plant the entire United States with apple trees.
Okay, so you realize that when you plant an apple tree and a tree grows and produces fruit, that inside of that fruit there are seeds, right? So it reproduces itself. Then you take those seeds and you plant those and they grow more fruit. You realize this, right?
So I can buy an apple from the store.
Yes.
And plant that, and it'll grow.
Yes. The seeds from the apples would grow.
Oh, so he gave people seeds. The plot thickens.
Yes, he did that.
He did not plant all of them.
Well, he couldn't have planted all of them.
That's my argument.
No, that's completely not your argument.
Yes, it is that he's walking around just...
He did do that. But he also helped people have seeds and know how to get seeds. He didn't plant every apple tree in all of America.
That's what I thought.
We've gone from you thinking this guy didn't even exist to 15 minutes later thinking he planted all the apple trees in America that have ever existed.
Well, that's what the story was. That's why I didn't think he existed. The story, I guess we're confused on the story of Johnny Appleseed. My interpretation of this guy is that he wore a pan on his head, talked to forest creatures, and planted seeds everywhere he went.
Yeah, but everywhere he went might have not been everywhere.
So he planted all the trees in a 300 square foot area?
Could have been.
That's it? And then you get the freaking name Appleseed? What? The bar was low back then, apparently.
Well, you do realize that a lot of this you heard in Indiana history, right, where it was particular to just our history. They may not be teaching about Johnny Appleseed in other places. Now, clearly, in the eastern half, yeah, but I don't know if everywhere is excited about Johnny Appleseed as what.
There's no way. There's no way they can. Who's Mr.
A lot of time.
Who's Mr. Orange Seed? Who planted all the orange trees in Florida?
I don't know.
Mr. Peach Seed.
I think his name was Nick. Nick Orange Seed.
Nick, you have ruined my day. I'll never wear my hat backwards again. No. Agree. Ben said agree to disagree. I don't know if this is something that we can agree to disagree on because it kind of sounds like one is fact and one is a perception of reality.
I kind of think that everyone in the chat and everyone listening today agrees that Johnny Appleseed was a real person.
Okay.
So
he could have been real.
Could have been.
But he definitely did not plant all those trees and definitely did not talk to forest creatures. And probably didn't wear his pan on his head. He might have done that. That sounds reasonable.
It was probably an easy way to take it places if he had other things he was carrying.
Like seeds.
Bags of seeds.
Apparently. Ginormous bags of seeds.
There's also nothing in the story just a quick follow-up, that says he did all this by himself.
Yeah, but where's Johnny Appleseed helper?
I don't know. Not important.
Guys, I don't know. That's what happened.
Okay,
all
very
started
good. This was
yesterday.
all
This all started
exciting. This was
yesterday.
good. We're learning new things. We are lifelong learners.
Oh, yeah.
We will continue to tell you about new things we are learning.
100 every week, for the good or bad.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what I know. You got anything else, man?
I don't. We've been on here a long time talking about
we've done a
apple
lot.
seeds. We had some great conversation earlier on parenting. We've had some other things. And
Jim
all
said a
of
time
that.
machine would come in handy. Yes.
Just to zip on back and say, yeah,
Where is he? Where's Johnny Appleseed?
Show me John.
And then
Johnny
they're like,
Chapman.
"Oh, you mean Crazy Johnny, the guy that's talking to the squirrel?"
No one has ever said whether he was crazy.
Yeah,
I just
homie
think
was.
that-
You mean the guy that's talking to the tree right now? Oh gosh, yeah, that's great. Well, I don't have anything else.
Well,
man.
but then I would be like, yeah, did you know that like in a few hundred years, this dude's going to have a statue for
they're gonna be like, no.
doing this stuff?
They're gonna be like, no.
He's awesome.
They like all make fun of him. Like,
All right, everybody, thank you for being here, taking a break with us. We've got to get back to work. So much happening, and be blessed and continue to share God with others in faith and all of that stuff. And we will see you again soon. Thanks for being here.
all right, see you later, guys.